Hello and welcome to busyworksbeats.com. Today we continue our trap series right here at busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to create trap drums in FL Studio. I'm going to make this super simple. If you don't know me, I'm Game from busyworksbeats.com. We train over 1 million producers around the world. Some have gone to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Glorilla. We have 3 Grammy winners now and multiple platinum plaque winners. So I'm going to show you guys a straightforward formula. It all comes down to this rhythm called trecio. So trecio. Triplets is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. It's a very different bounce. Trecio is trecio, like that. Okay, so now you understand that. Let's go to the channel rack. Firstly, if you're trying to make trap beats and trap drums with non-trap drums, you're going to have an extremely difficult time. So just don't do it, okay? So the first thing you need is, I'll just give you guys the project file for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio to get these sounds. You need a hi-hat. You need a snare. Let's use a softer snare. And we need either a kick or an 808. In this case, we're going to use a kick. I have a ton of kicks at busyworksbeats.com/black. We'll use one from the Trapital kit. And let's find a kick. Actually, let's just go to our blueprint kit. Go to kicks, and I have a lot of them in here. So let's use this one. You guys will get that one for free. So we have a hi-hat, kick, and a snare. Those are the main ingredients, and then you just need an 808. So I'll give you guys a free 808 from the pack real quick. So this is DJ Spins, but like I edited it to hit a little bit harder. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds. So the first thing I usually do is draw out the hi-hats. So by default, when we're at 140 BPM, you guys hear a metronome. So the hi-hats are basically acting as a metronome for our drum. So let's just click somewhere over here, right click, fill each 2 steps. You guys can switch up your hi-hat patterns if you want. To keep it simple, we're going to keep it very basic. Let's go to song mode. And this is what it should sound like. Whenever you have problems with your drum patterns, turn on the metronome. That will help. Okay, now the question is, where do you go from here? We need to start counting. So usually speaking, and trap drums can be found in country music, R&B, pop. So just because I'm saying trap does not mean this doesn't apply to almost every genre that's out right now. So we're going to go to the snare, and we're going to put it on the 3 and the 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's on the 3 and the 7 count of the metronome. Every time the metronome hits, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the basic snare bounce. We're not going to get too complex in this video. We're going to talk about trecio mainly. So trecio is the pattern that you guys don't understand, but this unlocks almost every genre: reggaeton, Afrobeat, drill, Jersey club. What else? Hip hop. It's pretty much in everything. Trap. So we're going to turn the kick down a little bit. So trecio is trecio, like that. So boom, boom. That's the bounce right there. And this is what creates a bounce. Now you don't always have to have trecio back to back like this. You could even spread it apart. So it could be like boom, boom. So the trecio is now over here. Trecio, boom. Okay, or you could just get rid of the 3rd hit on trecio, so it's just 2 hits. And that's what gives the bounce to hip hop, is that trecio pattern. So if you don't understand that pattern, you're not really going to understand hip hop. And most of the time I separate my sounds. For this video, I'm going to separate the kick. Let's hit Control X and Control V. I like to paste my kicks in a different pattern than my snares and my hi-hats. Let's go to song mode, and now we're on pattern 3. Now notice I'm separating all these patterns. I'm not combining everything in one pattern. This helps your arrangement. So let's load up the 808. For the 808, if you have to type it in, you could right click and turn on the typing keyboard to piano. You could right click and reset this, and then right click, select your root key, and then your scale type if you guys want to lock in a specific scale. You can also right click and just draw in the notes, but I like to perform my 808. It just sounds a little bit better. So first we need... Okay, so I'm just getting the rhythm here. Let's record this in. I missed a couple notes, but that's the power of tresillo. You can hear it at the end there where I really emphasize that tresillo pattern. Now the question is, what note was I trying to hit here? All right, let's hit Alt Q, quantize those notes. Now, most of the time, kicks don't like to blend with 808s. So let's just leave the 808 as is. Let's turn up the snare a little bit. Don't be afraid to turn your drums up. All right, so now all we need really is just the music to go behind this. I'm just gonna use my keyboard sounds. You don't need to copy these settings or anything I'm doing. So let's figure out the root note. So you guys get the gist. That's how you do your trap drums. Really easy. Now let's say you want to do some hi-hat rolls. We're going to double click in our hi-hats. I like to just start off with the da-da-da. So that's what Metro Boomin usually does. Let's right click though, and let's go to piano roll. If you want to make it more glitchy, you can go to what's called the piano roll. So just in your head, note where you want a hi-hat roll. So 1, 2, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so I want a hi-hat roll right here. So let's highlight the note, hit Control L, hit Alt U. I learned this from Chop Squad DJ, and this creates what's called the chopper, which is the glitch mode basically, and change the time multiplier. Now, what people kind of don't think about is what if we added more notes to our hi-hats? So this is another way to add more bounce. But we're thinking in terms of tresillo, so tresillo. 1, 2, 3, 4, tresillo. Boom. Okay, so we're adding a different note, and then we can also glitch these notes hitting Alt U. If you have too many notes, just right click and just remove. So now we're creating 2 layers of the hi-hats. So it's just little stuff like that make your hi-hats a little more grippy to the ear. Another thing we could do is add a tresillo to the snare. So boom, tresillo, like that. 1, 2, tresillo, 1, 2, 1, 2, tresillo, pop. See how tresillo is the energy you guys are looking for half the time? Is that the kickback? So let's say your kick and your 808 aren't in the same timing. I'm gonna show you guys a hack here. Let's go to pattern 3. Hit Control C, I think. Sicky Beat showed me this. Hit Control V, and we're gonna paste the 808 pattern into the kick pattern. We're gonna double click in here. Let's hit Alt K on the keyboard. Alt K. Go to Key C, Scale None, and we're gonna like make it so it only goes to C5. You're gonna have to change the range like this, and then right click, I think, to select that as the root note and hit accept. So it's basically resetting all the tonal values to middle C. So now we have the same timing with the 808. Now, as you guys can hear, the 808 is still clashing with that kick. So we can either pitch up the kick or we can use side chaining. So let's try to pitch it up first. It still has a lot of heavy frequencies because I sound design heavy kicks. So we're gonna sidechain this kick to the 808. This is not a tutorial, I'm just showing you guys. We can right click, go to sidechain to this track, go to the 808. We're gonna use the fruity In this case, we'll use stock plugins, but normally I wouldn't do it this way. Actually, let me just show you guys the real way. Let's use Pro Q3, and we're going to set a low band here. We're going to set the dynamic mode down, the dynamic range. We're going to go to auto mode and hit this little button to trigger the sidechain input. Go to the settings, go to processing, and right click your stereo sidechain input as the kick. So every time the kick hits, it will turn down the 808 in that specific frequency range. So we have to figure out where are they clashing. They're clashing somewhere around 60 hertz if I had to guess. So let's pull this. Now, one tip I'll give before we end this video is sometimes your beat needs space. So instead of, cramming a beat with 1,000 kicks and 808s, we can go in and just start removing some kicks. It just depends on the song though. Like especially West Coast stuff, it's a lot of gappy area. So sometimes your track just has too many kicks. See how the kicks are going to wait to the end? So sometimes kicks can get a little overwhelming. It's a little tip for you guys. All right, so those are the trap drum tips in FL Studio. If you're a beginner, go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. I'll guide you guys through FL Studio, and you'll get free project files and sounds and everything else we offer for free. All right, guys, thank you for watching. It's a game from busyworksbeats.com. Peace.